Welcome viewers back to Phoenix Point, where in the last episode, the B team here showed their resolve by destroying a group of Pandorans who were guarding schematics for the antediluvian weapon, the Rebuke, which we now have research for, and will be done in 4 hours, so we're going to pop that to the top of the queue. That's a little bit more important than this heavy cannon, although let's get that out of the way first, since it is shorter. The Rebuke is the collection of antediluvian schemata we obtained can be studied to develop a new type of high explosive weapon. So this is really something I would love to go and find the parts for. So once we study the Rebuke, presumably it will show up in our manufacturing list in the same way that the other two weapons of the Ancients we've discovered, the Shard Gun and the Matic of the Ancients. Shard Gun is quite difficult to make for us because it would require 2 sights. I think we've seen one of these, but not both so far. The Matic of the Ancients, I believe... actually, I don't recall what we found in the Geoscape. Protean Mutane Refinery and a Mutane Field. Okay, so Mutane there. And then these ones are a Crystal Quarry and an Orichalcum Mine. So between those 4 sites, we've found all of the resources. We just have to go and capture those sites, which will be a focus at some point. But for now, I want to focus on the diplomatic missions we have coming. The closest one and most available mission right now is this Phase 2 for New Jericho. That would get us up above supported with them, which I believe is aligned next. I would like to get the Disciples of Anu caught up, and that could conceivably happen soon. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait until Phoenix Alpha comes online and hopefully discovers us an exploration site, because there is no route to anywhere in Australia or this chain of islands leading that direction. So for now, we have access to New Jericho. I don't think we have access to the Sanhedrian mission either, which is, yeah, this is the one on Madagascar that we have been itching to get our hands on. There is a bridge there from Phoenix Logistics B, but until this satellite field gets up and running, all we really need is one more exploration site around the center of the, south half of the African continent, and that should get us a bridge. So we're waiting for 2 of those before we can make any important progress. We've also got 3 active Pandoran flyers now. A Barith and what looks like 2 infected Tiamats. So presumably these 2 exploration sites are havens that are taking bombardment from these Tiamats in a similar way that this Barith is actively bombarding Phoenix Delta. Unfortunately, having taken out the satellite uplink there, as well as pretty much everything useful. So that is a pain. Tenuous is on the way to take care of that. Up here, sailing across the northern hemisphere. Should arrive shortly. And the other ship way out here in the South American continent, flying over Phoenix Point 1, having just left it after picking up Crystal Lynn, who is an important member of the C team, which is just now gathering. They're heading out to an unexplored site, but ultimately they want to come back and rendezvous with the carrier and the inaccessible here to transfer personnel. So the question now remains what to do next. I think this is the obvious answer. Phase 2, New Jericho. I'm pretty sure the B team could handle that. So we're going to send them over there. We are looking a little injured on this team. and a little fatigued, but I don't think it's anything they can't handle while we wait for repairs and recovery of the A-Team. The A-Team with the gift. Really, we're waiting for Aphid to recover there for the A-Team. The good companion has been doing a great job of capturing aliens for us, so we'd like to bring that back up online as soon as possible. These two ships are ready to fly. Up here we're doing nothing. We are sort of lacking on trading because the Tenuous is flying onto the attack, so we will probably have to send someone out trading soon as our materials are getting rather dangerously low. We will speed that up and watch as these two ships arrive, and we'll start this exploration here. Living Crystal Quarry. Alright, that's the heavy cannon development. It turns out heavy cannon is just a Hell 2 cannon. Hell 2 cannon provides soldiers with a significant firepower boost. Well, yes, it's true. It is a strong firepower boost doing a significant amount of shock damage. It's a single shot. This weapon is useless, really. I've never liked it. Plus, we had it from the beginning because I'm playing a... Because some of the DLC comes with some free skins for these, which are for some unknown reason unlocked at the very beginning as items you can use. We've never really been using those because I'm not a huge fan of the Hell 2 cannon. The Hell 2 cannon provides a soldier with a significant firepower boost. This weapon has the power to dispatch smaller enemies in a single shot and can destroy cover elements. Its impact force can also stun tougher creatures if it doesn't outright kill them. It is difficult to wield, so its accuracy is low. However, it is ideal against larger targets. Yeah, sure. Okay. Maybe if we were going with like a team more heavy focused, we'd have a few of those, but as it is, I think our team composition is fine. We'll let you explore that. Double checking that we are researching something intelligent next. It's Rebuke, debatably intelligent because we're not going to be able to make it for quite some time, but then we'll get to the light sniper rifles next. We also now want to capture a goo repelling creature, destroy a Pandoran citadel. We still have an acid and fireworm to research, and we're not going to start any of this shared research until we get into better relations with New Jericho. Let's go ahead and continue from there. Alright, Phase 2 exploration site. We're going to cancel that because we are waiting for the mana core to arrive. And here we go. We have located an old pre-war AI unit that has the capabilities we require. We need to retrieve the AI from its current location inside an abandoned Scarab vehicle. Once this task is complete, the AI should be able to reinitialize the secret satellite network and provide us with access to the old missile systems that are still in orbit. Wow, okay. This is a pretty important mission. I think we're going to have access to orbital missiles, and we're going to be sharing that access with New Jericho for some reason. That frightens me a little. Before we kick off this mission, let's take a look at our mutagens. I think we're going to go and look somewhere else to do that. Personnel. Containment, that's what we're looking for. We have pretty much one of everything down to this Arthron. We're going to harvest you, buddy. Do you look the same? Maybe we'll harvest the older variant. It's kind of prettier, though. We're going to harvest you. Actually, that's another question is, do we get different amounts for those? We do. Yeah, we'll harvest you for sure, then. We also have a Mindfragger to harvest. These two do give us identical mutagens. Back to personnel, or from the mission actually, so that it filters the personnel for us. We're gonna look at Charlie. We just got some mutagens. You don't need healing. You don't really need any upgrades. Charlie, you're doing fine. Just double checking that you have ammo. Looks good. Citizen Eileen, you performed admirably on the last mission. We will up your strength or willpower, or is it time to give you none of these? Yeah, none of these are very good for you. We'll give you more strength. More strength or more willpower? Always a tough question. She has plenty of room. Let's give you more willpower. Next on the list is Tyzok. Tyzok also did great last mission. Tyzok, resourceful would be really nice for you because it is a 2-point strength bonus. The other two, not so much. I think we're just going to bump up your willpower. Also, double checking these. Your corruption level's 4. That's good enough for me to cure. It's getting up there. I think you're only 2, so we're going to hold off on that until you're at least 3. Missed. 16 points. Also a superstar last mission. You're not looking as weak as you once were. Your willpower is kind of low, so we'll start boosting your willpower. Although, healer is a +2 willpower boost for only 25. That's decent. And resourceful, also a +2 strength bonus for only 25. I think we're going to spend the extra Phoenix skill points on you and give you healer, which is a 2 willpower boost. Doesn't show up here, interestingly, but we're doing it. Otherwise, you look great, and corruption 3 will cure you. Jen, corruption level 3 points easily go into willpower boost. You have plenty of strength. Good increased strength or speed pretty easily here. You don't throw a lot of grenades, but that +2 speed boost would be nice. I think for now, though, we're just going to put your points into willpower and save the rest. We will also cure your corruption. And finally, the other two aren't coming, so we're going to make sure to uncheck them. Tyzok gets to keep her corruption. Scooby's coming with us. Let's deploy the squad and see what happens. While this is loading, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thanks for watching, and please consider clicking that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, I'd love it if you click that subscribe button. Comments are also welcome. Tips and challenges, questions, whatever you like. Okay, in this mission we are trying to get to this scarab to secure its AI, and we are immediately threatened with an Arthron. I also see what looks like a willpower replenishment pad there. One up here that we're probably not going to use, and another one way over there. Let's start with scouting from Scooby. He can move all the way up to his sight line. We have a Triton and some hand-to-hand Arthrons in view. Another Arthron. That one is also a pincher. Nothing too threatening yet. Another move, another creature. Alright, look at that. That's quite a threat. That is an Acheron. We'll take a look at him once we get to the final destination here. We got close enough that we did alert an Arthron. There's one hiding right around the corner. It's also a pincher. They are starting to kind of spread out here. Let's get to the end of our movement. Someone else, yet another Arthron. Okay, we are starting to accumulate enemies here. Looks like it might be time for boom blasting. Let's fire off a rocket. I don't like Tritons. I think we might be able to do some damage. Maybe take out that Arthron, some body parts on the Acheron. And we barely damaged him. The Triton did manage to disappear and walk over here somewhere. And that Arthron just lost legs, but I think we did pretty decent damage to that Triton. Going to use some points here on a boom blast, pretty sure. I think we have a few really good shots there. If we keep the grenade launcher, yeah, like this is going to be a good shot, especially with that guy having a machine gun. That's probably where we'll hit first. Let's boom blast it so we get a couple shots. Don't hit the building. Don't hit the building. Right on target there. That was really nice. We lost both arms on the one that mattered. The other two, not so much. So I think we can hit there again. Alternatively, we could try somewhere else, but I think this is probably the right target since getting that guy in front will limit our incoming damage next turn if he can't reach us. Unfortunately, missed that guy. Looks like one Arthron's out. The other one basically absorbed that on his shield. Charlie, we'd like you to maybe run up and launch some spiders. Maybe even... yeah, you're fine there. Let's get a 3 spider shot out, though. Maybe protect Scooby a little bit. We'll probably lose all of those to hand. I'm gonna pull you back a little. Alright, Citizen Eileen, I don't think you're going to be in a very good position to shoot for us this turn, unless we put you over here. It's not a bad idea. I think you might be able to hit the Ekron's head from there. And taking out the head of the Acheron, let's take your shot before we commit to that. Just in case it's in a terrible place. Ugh. Okay. Unfortunately, not in the greatest place. See if it pulls back. Ooh. No. Not really pulling back far enough for us to bother, but maybe when it goes up. Nope, it's just never coming outside that pillar. Okay, well, we're just going to use a regular shot in that case. Well, to get a regular shot, we will need to use quick aim.
Targeting.
Gonna take this guy's pincher out. That's probably a good shout. Jen next. Jen doesn't have the same opportunity to get in a really nice place that you did, but maybe back here we could get a good shot. Not sure. Ooh. No, that's... the head is unfortunately hidden. Maybe if it raises it. Yeah, it's not really bobbing around enough. I guess we want to take this guy's pincher off since he's close.
Engaging.
Yeah, that's the one, right? This pincher here. He's still got a spitter threatening us, but that doesn't feel as bad, especially since now I don't think any of these can attack the spiders. This guy can, though. We still have a little bit there for Tyzok to do. Let's see, Tyzok with a sprint. Yeah, you get up to here in 1, and then here in 2. You could get out there and just have shots. You do have plenty of will, and there's no big guns. It's all hand to hand. Alright, you can only make it there with your second one. Maybe it's best to hang back. Yeah, let's hang back and just... we will overwatch that. Overwatch this direction for this guy to move.
I'll keep my
I
eyes
think
open.
our bases are pretty well covered there. That is a reinforcements call. Who knows where. He sprays acid on his own guys. I love it. And then he goos Scooby. That's not the best. We are going to take some acid shots from this guy, it looks like. Ah, poison. Yeah, not great. Poison spit's pretty nasty. But I love that he acided his own troops. Alright. Shield was in the way there. This is going to be more acid spit. No, he put his shield down. Poison spit, not acid spit. This guy isn't going to do it. Good. Alright. And that was the invisible Triton I'd forgotten about. He got acid. What exactly did you do? Why did you acid your own guys? That seems silly. It's just destroying their armor 10 per turn, and acid value reduces by 10. So once the armor's gone, it basically acts like poison. So this guy's bleeding 70. He's going to be out. This guy bleeding bleeding 20. Depending on available armor, he could be out. No, he's got plenty of armor for that acid to chew through. He'll be around. This one doesn't have any weapons, so he's leaving, but also going to bleed out. This one actually doing okay. And then these two are still a threat. I think we want to neutralize these threats with some explosions. Let's try moving here and see how close we are to hurting our own team. Oh, we're actually pretty good there. One down. This one is questionable, but I think it's also going to be okay. Ooh, unless, yeah. Kind of messed that one up, didn't I? One square too far. That's okay. We'll have you shoot. Unfortunately, I think if you move here and shoot, you're probably gonna shoot through and kill Tyzok. So Tyzok's gonna want to move first. Before we move Tyzok, we might as well move you.
Ready to fire.
And I think here you'll have a shot at its head, right? Yes. Ah, Citizen Eileen. That is the most disappointing shot I've seen her do in ages.
Ready.
Okay, rather than you move out of the way, Tyzok... Oh, there's a lot of enemies. Yeah, I think I'd really like you to go up there and shoot it in the face. There are new reinforcements coming. Before we do that, let's blow this one. Let's get you behind it. And blow it behind it. I think that will bypass a lot of that shield. Hopefully. Destroyed its pincher. It still has a spit. That's too bad. Just double checking that. No spit. Great. That guy is out of the game. I guess a shield bearer alpha just doesn't come with a spitter. His head's intact. This guy is still a bit of a threat. And this one is also. Juliana is going to take care of the nearby threat. What does your shot look like here? Okay, that's a kill, so we can do that with rapid clearance. And that will take no actions if we kill.
Let's just get it over with.
Try to make sure we don't accidentally hit someone behind you. Alright. And then for the rest of your move, I think it makes sense to run toward the Akron and try to pop it in the head or take out that other Arthron. You don't have enough will to get much closer, but you could get to here.
Looks dangerous.
What did that reveal? Nothing. I think just everything's in sight now. So let's see what your shot looks like. Ooh. She's getting spicy. Alright, headshot here unfortunately won't take out the head. But it's worth the try. Jen really needs healing. We're gonna just dip into healing here.
My head. I can't breathe.
Right, Jen, not bad. Can you take a shot from there? No, you only have one action. I think a quick aim might give you... it won't affect the grenade. Why don't you hop in to cover for now? Just so you don't get spit at. And then we have two more. We have Charlie. Charlie's gonna reload just in case and start heading this way. And then Mist. I think Mist, you could probably jump up here and get us some... or head toward there to get us some willpower back. I'm not sure we need that yet. Might make more sense to just charge you forward and get a... we can't do a... can't... oh, it only takes one action. Yeah, so we can charge you all the way here and maybe get a war cry. See if that affects anybody. No, nothing useful. Okay, instead, let's get you heading toward that willpower spot. Scooby, invaluable rockets. I think this shot is your best. Nice. I don't think there's anything left that can hurt us. And Scooby can't move, so we are done for that round. That's another reinforcements call. And a corpse resurrect. Great. Brings up two, one of which is already... no, I guess that one didn't come back to life. That was just a previously damaged one. I think this one's actually out of the game. Yeah. So reinforcements did bring a Triton back to life, which is frustrating, but probably not the end of the world. It's gonna cause us to fire some more spiders out. And then Charlie's gonna have to run for cover. Maybe here. Tyzok, I'm a little worried about you. Mist is charging into the willpower spot. And then finishing that move in the doorway here. Actually, maybe you can do it from where you are. You do have a Rage Burst. Rage Burst could do some damage here. I think it might... yeah, let's try it. It's fun. Can you change the elevation on a Rage Burst? Yeah, you can. Look at that. But it's hard to tell who it's going to hit then. I'd really like to get it into this guy. Maybe right about there. Always sort of a random gamble there. But it does spray a lot of shots. I was hoping we'd hit that guy back there, but no. We did take out another leg on the Acheron. Did quite a bit of damage, 55 poison on it, so it's taking a lot of damage. These guys... this guy was already in bad shape, now he's poisoned. This one just took some poison damage, didn't take a lot, unfortunately. We do have a lot of other things to move though, so it's not the end of the world. Let's bring this spider up.
Acquiring target.
I think you want to move over a little bit so that we can actually hit the Acheron's head.
Ready to fire.
Unfortunately it turned, and we can't see its head. I think you can move one more, but it might make sense to try to drop those guys first. We'll do that here. Or try to do that with Scooby. Only got the one in back. Which, I don't know, I think that means we move you here, Citizen Eileen.
Heading out.
And then we're gonna have to quick aim with you, but let's see if you have a shot. Yeah, you'll have a shot there, good. And that head should finally be gone. Wait, is its head already gone? Its head is already gone. Okay, so that was a waste. Let's try to shoot that Triton instead. Shoot, you don't have a shot on the Triton. What about this guy? Yeah, you can take the Arthron out. Okay, inside the Scooby we have Jen. Jen can hop out. From where you are, there's nothing, so you're gonna have to advance. That's really gonna leave just Tyzok to try to take this guy out, and I'm not sure she can do that. Maybe if she fires from where she is. Yeah, unfortunately he's gonna have Pain Chameleon. Oh, he didn't get it. Okay, maybe she can't take it out. Nice. Okay. That means Jen, you're free to just run forward and get that thing in your sights. And then Charlie, yeah, you're gonna advance toward the mission. Mission goal.
I'm on the move.
No cover needed for anybody else. I think that's all we can do that turn. Should be out of goo. It looks like this thing's just about dead. I wonder... Yeah, we'd have to do a whole lot of stun damage, or whatever this does. We'd have to do a whole lot of paralysis damage to be able to capture that. Let's just get Charlie to run down and hit the mission goal. In case this ends the mission, before we do that, let's make sure we kill this thing. Who wants the honors? Let's use some of these spiders since they're out here. Not that it matters, but it would be robbery if we left that guy alive and the mission ended. There we go. Mission complete. Thanks, Charlie. Turns out Charlie's a great runner for us. 2 injured. Scooby was damaged. Nothing major. Plenty of experience points. 8 skill points into the pool. Plus, that was a new Jericho diplomacy mission. So we should be getting a message from them.
Good work. The progress we've made with your help has been tremendous. This is really encouraging. I do wonder sometimes though, do you think a weapons-based approach is the right solution? I had thought the Phoenix project was looking for something more subtle. Do you ever worry that a military solution to the Pandoran plague will leave us living on a dead planet?
I disagree with West knows what he's doing. I mean, sure he knows what he's doing, but it's probably not the best. The Phoenix Project, however, isn't interested in mutually assured destruction.
Indeed. Humanity needs to survive. But to do that, we have to put everything on the line. I don't envy West or you. The responsibility must be crushing.
Bon Gameli, I appreciate your input. I think you're right. All the factions appreciated that answer, which is nice. +2 from everyone. Plenty of materials, a little bit of tech, and a decent amount of food. Hopefully that keeps us going for a while. Diplomatic relations with New Jericho have changed. Now that Phoenix is aligned with New Jericho, all current and future research will be shared with the Phoenix Project. They're giving us sharing with us satellite uplink research, armor-piercing technology, and fuel tanks. Satellite uplink research. New Jericho can now build satellite uplinks in havens, which improve the operational range of havens, and actively locate alien structures. The construction of these facilities would likely antagonize other factions, but it would also greatly improve New Jericho's ability to fight the Pandoran infection. The technology would also be useful for our own operations, improving the range of our satellite scans. That would be huge. Armor-piercing technology. The heat problems caused by extreme muzzle velocities have been overcome, allowing Gauss weapons to be significantly upgraded. Although the new weapons will have a smaller caliber, the ammunition will penetrate armor much more effectively. The cost of production remains high, but such technological advances are essential if we are to defeat the Pandorans, whose very existence forces us into a never-ending arms race. Finally, we learned about their research into the fuel tank. Modern flight technology owes a big part of its development to earlier discoveries made for efficient land travel. One such discovery is efficient fuel consumption. Applying principles first tested on armored transports, New Jericho aircraft can now optimize fuel consumption to drastically improve the range of its flying war machines. Replenishing all ammo, checking our stats. Yep, we about doubled our materials with that mission. That was pretty decent. We're now aligned. New Jericho is now aligned with the goals and values of the Phoenix project. All completed New Jericho research is now shared with Phoenix and can be accessed from the research list. Diplomacy blocked with Disciples of Anu. We can't improve our relations further until we've completed their diplomacy mission. Yep, we know that. Research. There is a lot of New Jericho research here. Satellite uplink research is extremely interesting. We're going to click on that. That's a 17-hour completion. I think that actually gets ahead of the Yogothian entity in terms of usefulness to us. We're still going to put the rebuke at the top. But yeah, that's going to delay our enterprises a little bit. We will research the rest of this stuff eventually, but I think what we've got in the queue for now is the most important. Diplomacy-wide, we are now aligned. We'll have to improve our reputation even more, apparently. The other two we'd like to up our game with, but Anu's mission is just out of reach here until Phoenix Alpha comes back online, or we just happen to discover something down here, and our other mission here, the man who would be Pirate King, is blocked also by distance. So we're sitting pretty, but we are a little bit far away from things to do. I think it's about time we sent the B team home to rest and got the A team a little more active. So that's probably what is happening next. There are some scavenging sites. There's a lot of exploration to do. There's still more sites to activate. And we do have to start accumulating antediluvian elements. So join us next time where we spend more time doing missions, less time faffing around. And hopefully we can take care of this Barith also. It does look like he's heading back to the mothership, unfortunately. So a little bit too little too late. So maybe we'll change course on Tenuous and bring him down here. That's just too bad. Okay, join me next time. Thank you so much for watching. Click that like, click the subscribe, leave a comment. You know the works. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.